day. My name is Dmitry Magretsky, and I am a student studying law at the University of Kazani. I have, over the past year, had the opportunity to read some works held in secret by my classmates, by the revolutionary socialists, the communists, particularly Miss Luxemburg and Mr. Lenin. They have, in tandem with my reading of Marx and Engels, opened my eyes to the impending proletarian revolution. Growing up on a farm here in the Volga region, I had little knowledge of the crimes of the bourgeoisie, but upon moving to the city, I have seen firsthand the tyranny under which the people of Russia labor. The Tsarist regime quashes any attempt at reform, and those who speak out are punished, sometimes with death. It is for this reason that I have become convinced of the necessity of revolution. The Tsar rules with an iron grip, one that can likely only be broken by force. Before reading Miss Luxemburg, I was a reformist, believing that our aims could best be achieved through political organization. It seemed logical that, since we lead a revolution of the majority, our aims could be carried out through the achievement of universal suffrage, as far-fetched as that might seem, and then through democratic reform. I was under the impression that such efforts had been met with a certain measure of success in Germany and England. Perhaps you can speak to this more. Miss Luxemburg has shown me, however, that organized labor is but a defense against capitalist exploitation, but remains within the fundamental system by which the proletariat is wronged. Likewise, piecemeal attempts at reform can be swept away by a change in the political winds or even a single event, and we cannot allow the future of the proletariat to be built upon a house of cards. Further, each revolution, each shift in the state of society is but a reflection of the circumstances in which it occurred. By working for democratic reform, we would be abandoning the revolution before it even began, and we would put our reforms at the mercy of a system that is inherently hostile to them. I have, therefore, been convinced that Mr. Bernstein's suggestion of democratic temperance and labor organization can be discarded as cowardly. As capitalism adapts, it adapts only more efficient ways of exploiting the proletariat, and attempts to organize, strengthen this system by acquiescing to its rules. That said, I have recently become concerned with the voices, growing ever louder, that say the time for revolution is now. Luxemburg has said that not acting is the same as handing the bourgeoisie a victory, and that a revolution is not a revolution unless it is ready to strike at any time. But my understanding is that the revolution and the communist society to which it will lead are premised upon a united proletariat, joined together by the principle of cooperation. This, quite simply, does not exist. Russia is a vast nation of many different peoples, many oblasts. The workers of Russia are tied to the land, not to one another. Lenin also states that the proletariat must be educated in the revolution, must know of their exploitation, have read the texts, know what they're fighting for. But you've seen the difficulty of acquiring revolutionary texts. I personally had to rendezvous with a mysterious man in the basement of one of the buildings of my university in order to purchase this one. It is still just a tiny, albeit a growing movement. To the vast proletariat, the idea of from each according to his ability and to each according to his needs is still backwards and foreign. The people of Russia give no thought to these theories. How can they be prepared for revolution? I understand that we must not be timid in overthrowing the bourgeoisie, and that the revolution will likely experience many setbacks, but I cannot help but fear that the revolution will create a vacuum, ideal for the bourgeois opportunists against which Lenin and Luxemburg have warned us. The ideals of the revolution might be corrupted by the ambitious and by the political. I anticipate your replies. Thank you.